had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? You've been telling me you're a genius since you were 17. In all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you mean. The weekend at the college didn't turn out like you planned. The things that pass for knowledge I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? I spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time. The trip we made to Hollywood is etched upon my mind. After all the things we've done and seen, you find another man. The things you think are useless, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
All right, so I believe Matthew Broderick actually said it on the movie Biloxi Blues. He said, gosh, it's hot. Tarzan can't take this kind of hot. Well, we can't take this kind of hot, but the big announcement you're going to hear me make a billion times today, stay hydrated, stay hydrated. We got free bottles of water all around the area, so make sure that you stay hydrated. In addition, for the kids, we also have snow cones near the bounce house and kids activities area. Now, we are still dealing without power. I'm actually operating off the generator right now. With that said, the boathouse is officially closed because there's no power in there. So in regards to restrooms and other different things, don't worry, we still got you. Over here to my left-hand side, we do have porta-johns. However, if you go near the starting line, you will notice that there is a working bathroom over there, and it is open and ready to go. So, restrooms, yes, we do have restrooms, porta-johns here near me, and we also have the fully functional restroom that is located near the starting line. wonderful boys throughout the entire day doing door prizes. Now, that means you got to always have your door prize tickets ready to go. So this is what I got. I got a pink ticket, door prize number 195-2422. The DJ booth, you just won yourself a $25 gift card for Buffalo Wild Wings from Team Danielle. So once again, Steve Rowe, come on down and claim your prize. Looking to get a few more volunteers for our kid area. Once again, we are looking to get a few. Okay, we just cranked that up actually, buddy. That's all right. Let's go. We need to get a few volunteers for our kid area. Once again, if we can get a few volunteers to be helping us out, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. A couple companies that are very, very important. As we said before, and we don't really have any electrical power here, but we do. Why? Because thanks to the awesome people who've donated services in regards to generation. So here we go. We want to say a huge thank you to Wesco, the Cadillac of all generators, for helping us supply with some of the big generators. In addition to Jumpy and Runners High for providing additional generators. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be operating today. Thank you so very much. We would also like to give a huge shout out to some of the big companies out there who have graciously donated so much money to us. A special thank you to the UPMC Health Plan and WVU Medicine, Allegheny Health Network, UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, Laborers Union Local 1058, Laborers Local Union 158, Vistra, Western Edge Seafood, Texas Roadhouse, Forbes, Capital asset protection, Petromax, Diceria, Sargent Electric, First National Bank, Hanger Clinic, and Zimmer Biomed Apex Surgical. Thank you for all of your donations to make today so possible.
लड़के तो मार ही देती होगी तो दिन में
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to definitely stay hydrated out there. That is extremely, extremely important. Stay hydrated. We have different stations around the area that are offering free water out there. Okay, in addition to that, we also want to give a special shout out to more of the awesome companies out there who've donated so graciously, including Pitt, Ohio, Tri-State Trailer Sales, Cary Allegheny Limo, The Pavement Group, PNC Bank, Shaler Area High School, Neville Chemical Company, Agile Promotions, Monroeville Baseball and Softball Association, and Monty Jewelers. Once again, thank you to all of you for making today so possible. T-minus 40 minutes to start time. Selfie booth that we encourage everybody to go to. It is near the main entrance. Once again, if you want to take an awesome selfie, there is an awesome selfie booth located near the main entrance. In addition, we have a Culligan water near the finish line offering free water all day. So please make sure that you go ahead and rehydrate yourself throughout the entire day. Thank you. Once again, we're going to make another announcement in regards to the restrooms. There's two sets of restrooms. We have porta johns located to my left-hand side. However, right near the starting line and near the lake, which is maybe, 500 feet from me, we have operating restrooms. Once again, there is operating restrooms right near the starting line and right next to the one shelter near the lake. So we do have the porta johns to my left-hand side, but we also have real operational restrooms located near the starting line and the shelter next to the lake.
Without your love, I won't make it through. But you don't understand my point of view. I suppose there's nothing I can do. You can stand by me. No, not at all. You can stand by me. No way. You can stand by me. No, not at all. You can stand by me. No way. Must explain.
We also got to go ahead and start giving a huge shout out. We're going to start giving a huge shout out to some of our awesome teams here today, including Dan and Deb's Disease Destroyers, Team Danielle, Never Mind the Bullocks, Mara Strong, TKD Amaris, LL Cool J stomping on Sarcoma, The Road to Rachel, Bloomers Believers.
No BJZ, no cash. Didn't know Big and Fat Joe, no pun. Little John, no crump. DMC, no run. Easy, no coke. Cat Williams, no joke. MC Hammer still rich, not broke. Just imagine all this baby. It's enough to make it go crazy. Latinas, they get crazy.
All right, we got another door prize here. Another door prize. This one is from Team PCS. A $25 Giant Eagle Get-Go gift card. This has no name on the ticket, so pull out your pink tickets. This is a pink ticket, no name on it, but we're going to try to go ahead and give this away now. Ticket number 1952440. Once again, pink ticket 1952440. 1952440. Pink ticket. If that is you, come on up here to the DJ booth and claim your Team PCS $25 Giant Eagle gift card.
they get crazy. In Paris, they get crazy. In Rome, they get crazy. Ibiza, they get crazy. In Trinity, they get crazy. In Jamaica, they get crazy. In Australia, they get crazy. In Japan, they get crazy. Cubanos, they get crazy. Dominicanos, they get crazy. Bolivians, they get crazy. Mexicanos, they get crazy. Get crazy. Get crazy. Sube, 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 sube el volumen. Sube, 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 sube el volumen. Sube, 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 sube.
Sweet dreams of rhythm and dancing. Sweet dreams of passion through the night. Sweet dreams are taking over. Sweet dreams of dancing through the night. I wanna get in motion and play.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jizzle. Missy, the princess is here.
Automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. With my body so melodic, this beat rolls right through my chest. Everybody, Martin, Poppy came to party. Grab somebody, work your body, let me see you 1, 2 step. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Crank the party up, we about to get it on. Let me see you 1, 2 step. I love it when you 1, 2 step. Everybody 1, 2 step. We about to get it on. Outrageous Jazzy made it. So retarded. Boys jump on it. No, I can't control myself. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Bring the party up. We about to get it on. Let me see you. 1, 2 step. I love it when you 1, 2 step. Everybody 1, 2 step. We about to get it on. It don't matter to me. We can dance.
All right, at this time, we are going to ask everybody to direct your attention towards the stage. The pre-game race announcements are taking place on video.
Say hello, cause they know I'm rocking the beat. I know you heard about a lot of great MCs, but they ain't got nothing on me. Because I'm 5 for 2, I wanna dance with you, and I'm sophisticated fun. I eat filet mignon, and I'm nice and young. Best believe I'm number 1. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Crank the party up. We about to get it on. Let me see you. 1, 2 step. I love it when you 1, 2 step. Everybody 1, 2 step. We about to get it on. Rock it, don't stop it. Everybody get on the floor. Crank the party up. We about to get it on. Let me see you. 1, 2 step. I love it when you 1, 2 step. Everybody 1, 2 step. We about to get it on. This is for the hearing impaired. A Jazzy Faye production.
Good morning, everyone. This is the 5th year for Pittsburgh Cures Sarcoma as an independent 501c3, and the 14th year for Pittsburgh Cures Sarcoma's Race to Cure Sarcoma. I'd like to thank you all for coming out despite the heat. It's good to see you, and we hope you have a good time today. I'd like to introduce Laura O'Brien, who's sharing the stage with me this morning.
Hello, everyone. Hello. There you go. I'm a teacher. I have to ask a couple of times. Thanks so much for being here. We are going to kick things off with the national anthem. And so if you would direct your attention this way, and if you have a hat, please remove the hat. And now our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Thank you for that. Now, before we do any kind of exercise, we know that we need to warm up. I know I use that word loosely today because it is quite warm, but we're going to warm up those muscles, and I would like to invite Josh Plasmeyer to the stage, who is going to lead us in our warm-up.
Thank you. So it is warm out today. I hope all the runners and racers already started their warm-ups. We're just gonna do some simple stretches. So anyone out there that wants to get ready for this race, just start feet shoulder width apart, cross that leg over and stretch the hamstring. Count out to 10. Some nice background music too. I have to give a quick shout out to my daughter, Gabriella, who is a 4-year cancer survivor. This will be her 5th year. Cross over your other leg and stretch it out.
Tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not here for long. Catch me or I go Houdini.
From there, you're gonna pick up your knees and get in your flexors.
You got the right to please me. Everybody knows. Catch me
Alternate.
or I go Houdini. Time is passing like a solar eclipse. See you watching and you blow me
Good
a
job.
kiss. It's your moment, baby. Don't let it slip. Coming closer, are you reading
There you
my
go.
lips? They say I come and I go. Tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not
Good.
here for long.
Now lunge.
Catch me or I go
Go to the
Houdini.
side.
I come and I go. Prove you got the right to please me. Everybody knows. Catch me or I go
Come on, Gab. Come on up and join.
to find a way. Maybe you could cause a girl to change.
One more. Inside.
Body night and day. Maybe you could be the one to make me stay. Everything you say is
All right, get those calves involved now. Feet together, up on your toes.
everything that you preach.
Stretch those calves out.
I need something that
Back down on your heels. Back up on your toes.
baby, give it to me.
Do that a
They
couple
say
more
I come
times.
and I go. Tell me all the ways you need me. I'm not here for long. Catch me or I go
Come up.
Houdini. I come
All my
and I
children
go.
are afraid. Hey, Tina.
You got the right to please me. Everybody knows.
Good deal.
Catch me or I go Houdini. If you're good
One more.
enough, you'll find a way.
All right, good job. I think they're warmed up. I think they're ready to go. All right, I'll give it back to the MCs.
All right, everybody nice and warm? Good. I'd just like to share a little bit of personal information and a HIPAA violation. Laura is my patient, and she is a 43-year survivor. So for all of those of you who have not yet reached 43 years of survivorship, keep working at it. All right, it's now my pleasure to introduce someone who probably needs no introduction. My patient, my colleague, my friend, Kurt Weiss, to bring us up to date on all the research that's been going on. Dr. Weiss.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I will be as succinct as I can be. Dr. Goodman wanted me to talk about the motor, which is the Musculoskeletal Oncology Tumor Registry and Tissue Bank, which is a terrible acronym, but a great descriptor because the motor is exactly what it is. It drives so much of the research that gets done by us and our colleagues all across the country. This tool enables us to get fresh sarcoma tissue and matching patient blood right out of the operating room and go into storage where it can be subsequently used as the reagents in basic science experiments. That sounds easy and straightforward. Let me tell you, it is not. What else it is not is cheap. But after making lots and lots of mistakes, right, Dr. Goodman, we finally got it humming pretty good, and we're at about 14,000 unique clinical specimens in the tumor registry and tissue bank, which makes us one of the largest sarcoma repositories on the continent of North America. So that's pretty great. That's the first thing I wanted you to know, is that we're big. The second thing you need to know is that the motor is not supported by my department or Dr. Burgess's department or Dr. Ercolano's department or anybody's department. It's not supported by the Hillman. It's not supported by the AHN Cancer Network. It is supported by you. This is completely supported by Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma and your sweat equity that allows us to keep this thing going. It is expensive and it's hard to do it right, but thanks to you, we are doing it right. And I couldn't be more grateful on behalf of myself and all the other investigators that benefit from this amazing resource. We're building quite a list of out-of-state and national collaborators, and that list is growing all the time, and it's thanks to everything that you're doing today. So from the bottom of my heart, with all the love in my heart, thank you for enabling us to build this terrific engine of sarcoma research. Goody?
All right, it's all because of support from folks like you that a little crazy idea that Kurt and I had so many years ago has turned out to be this Center for Sarcoma Research. I thank you for the support, and I thank Dr. Weiss for all of his hard work. Just historically, I would take tumor samples on Saturday morning and leave them in the refrigerator, and this poor guy would have to come in either Saturday afternoon or Sunday to pick up the specimens in the day when we didn't have the backup and plant them and make sure that they were ready to go. So he's done a lot of work for what was a very sort of crazy idea when we started. I'd like to introduce Casey Kilroy. Casey has been the motivating factor in getting corporate sponsors for this event. And she has done a remarkable job as we have gone from a small amount to a large amount, and I will let Casey tell you and take credit for it.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Thank you so much for coming out and joining us on this really warm but beautiful Pittsburgh day. I'm Casey Kilroy, and I am in charge of coordinating the corporate sponsorships for the event today. And I just wanted to take a moment and call out a lot of those people. Some of them are here today. When you hear these companies, if you're connected to these companies, if you work for these companies, please take a moment to thank them for supporting us and supporting, most importantly, the very important work of sarcoma research. We have so many gold sponsors. You will see our gold sponsors listed throughout the race course. They have a sign along the way. We have Carey Limousine, Carey Transportation of Pittsburgh, Capital Asset Protection, Decifera. John is here today from Decifera. He has a white tent over there. Please go say hello to him and thank him for being here. Petromax, Tri-State Trailer Sales, Hanger Orthotics, they are here at the finish line. Please say hello to them. They're helping us pass out some water today. Zimmer Biomet, Apex Surgical, Pittsburgh City Paper, one of our media sponsors, First National Bank, Sargent Electric Company, Pitt, Ohio, Forvis Mazars, and some of our platinum sponsors. Platinum is $5,000. We have the Laborers Union 1058, Laborers 158, the UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, Texas Roadhouse. I'd like to call your attention to them because they are to my right. Texas Roadhouse has a free barbecue that they set for us every year, so please make sure that you say hello and thank you to Texas Roadhouse. Also, while we're talking about food, could not forget Western Edge Seafood in the orange truck to my left. Please make sure you go say hello to our friends at Western Edge Seafood. They have some yummy food for you today. And Vistra of Beaver Valley, their nuclear power plant. Our Emerald sponsors, we have AHN, Allegheny Health Network. They are also here today in a white tent. Please go visit with them and say hello. And our very top sponsors, we have the West Virginia University Cancer Institute and our title sponsor, the UPMC Health Plan. So thank you so much to our amazing corporate sponsors. And just for your information, this year our corporate sponsorships are just under $100,000. So thank you so much. for that. And just to let you know, let's say 2 years ago, we were at $48,000. So we are just so very grateful to our corporate sponsors. All right, well, I'm going to send it back over to Dar.
Hi, I'm Dar Wisniewski. I'm one of the organizers here. Okay, so I have the pleasure of reporting how the teams did this year. And they did amazing. Every one of you, if you're on a team, if you have a team captain, give yourselves a round of applause. This has been a breakthrough, phenomenal year for Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma. So coming in 10th, we have Team Checkits. Where's the Checkits? Who have 22 donations, $6,475. Coming in 9, we have Macaulay. Art Macaulay, 12 donations for $6,475. Number 8, joining us on live stream. Hi, Joe. We have Bloomers Believers, and they raised $11,650. Road to Rachel, Hal Geist, raised with 111 donations, $14,512. LL Cool J's Stomping on Sarcoma. This is a new team for us. Lauren's here, wherever Lauren is. Shout out to you. 194 donations for $15,315. TKD Ameris, 63 donations for $16,471. TKD Ameris wins for the largest team this year. They are here with 146 participants. Next, we have number 4, Mara Strong, $16,745. Number 3, Never Mind the Bollocks, Let's Cure Sarcoma, came in at $21,768. Number 2, we have Team Danielle, who 10 donations, they came in at $35,400. And the winner this year for the biggest team is Dan and Deb's Disease Destroyers. Dan Alo is joining us from his home. Hi, Dan, we love you. We're all behind you. You're a warrior, kick butt. $40,740 Dan Alo raised for sarcoma research in the Pittsburgh area and beyond. Congratulations to our teams. We love you all. We love your team captains. Have a good day.
I have a message from Dr. Weiss. As I've watched him get older, he's gotten a little more forgetful. There is a tent down at the far end of the event that has information about what PSARC, the Pittsburgh Sarcoma Collaborative, is doing in terms of research. So if you have time, stop by. It'll let you know where some of your money has been spent and how useful it has been. Having said that, it is time to get ready for the race. Laura, you're on.
All right, everyone, this is the moment you've been waiting for. I have the pleasure of introducing our celebrity starter to kick things off today and get this race started. He is David Bednar. He is a closer pitcher for our very own Pittsburgh Pirates. He's a two-time All-Star, and he has a very special friend also. The Parrot is here also to help kick things off. So, David.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me. Usually I'm used to closing games, not starting races, but I'll give it a go today. Thank you guys for all coming out. This is such an amazing cause. Thank you, Dar, and everybody. You guys are absolutely crushing it, just blowing past in years past, and it's the amount of support here is so special. And let's have an awesome day, awesome race, and keep supporting Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma.
Thank you, David. Just a reminder to everyone, it is really hot, and we have lots of water all around, so please pay attention and stay hydrated. We don't want to see anybody have any kind of medical problems, because I think there may be a doctor around somewhere. So, that having been said, it is time for the runners and the walkers to head out towards the start line so we can get this race started. Thank you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Good morning to all of you who are watching us online. Welcome to the virtual Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma race. Again, I'm Mark Goodman, and I'm here to tell you a story of a charity that is old, but really only 5 years old. Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma started under the auspices of Sarcoma Foundation of America, but in 2019, having established ourselves as a funding organization, we became an independent 501c3. We took over control of the race and immediately wound up in the midst of COVID. We had a race planned here in the park, and the park closed. So with a lot of ingenuity, a lot of scrambling, we put together a race from the Hillman Lemieux Garden that was a virtual race with involvement of people from home on the live feed. Ever since then, we have followed the rules that were given to us by other organizations. Once online, always online. So we're glad to have those of you who couldn't make it out to the park joining us this morning. As an independent 501c3, we've held to a policy of absolute transparency. The money that comes in, since this is an all-volunteer organization, goes out. Approximately 94% of the money that you donate goes to the mission. And we have been very successful in granting grants to folks at Hillman, McGee, Children's, WVU, the Pitt School of Dentistry, just to name a few. Some of these have been repeat grants. But all in all, we have granted about $1 million as an independent 501c3, and with the amount of money raised at this event, we will go well over $1 million. We have supplied Dr. Weiss with $250,000 worth of support from Motor over the past 5 years, and have pledged to continue doing that on a yearly basis. We recognize the importance of Motor, and we recognize the importance of supporting all of the local researchers who have made Pittsburgh a hub of sarcoma research. And at that juncture, I will turn the microphone over to Dr. Melissa Burgess, who will explain how the sober members of PSARC performed at the International CTOS meeting.
Good morning, everyone. As Mark said, I'm Melissa Burgess, medical oncologist at the Hillman Cancer Center. So I was asked to speak on behalf of all of my colleagues, the other researchers at Hillman, to kind of share with you what kind of research our doctors are doing. Our doctors are able to present their research nationally and even internationally. In fact, more than 10 of us last November went to Dublin, Ireland to present research at the Connective Tissue Oncology Society. Our research spans basic science, translational science, and also clinical trials. I would say that immunotherapy does not produce widespread responses in patients with pediatric and adult patients with sarcoma. Our research team has been looking at different mechanisms, unique mechanisms of immunosuppression and also epigenetic regulation. The idea is to sort of identify potential new targets, new treatment options for our patients. Additionally, our researchers were looking at how to improve or optimize our biopsy and tissue collection so that we can use it for better research, as well as kind of looking at better ways to do our surgical procedures and improve outcomes for our patients. I'm very proud to represent the whole team, and we thank the Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma for helping to fund some of this amazing research. Thank you all for coming out today.
I would now like to reintroduce Laura O'Brien, who has a story to tell about her 43-year journey through the world of sarcoma, a world that nobody ever wanted to be in the first place.
Thanks, Dr. Goodman. So, hi everybody out there in virtual world. Hope you're having a great time there at home. We appreciate that you're walking virtually with us and participating, because that's what it's all about. Like Dr. Goodman said, my story started a long time ago. I like to call this my Troy Polamalu 43-year marker. When I was 15, I noticed a lump in my right calf muscle. Naively, as a 15-year-old who had been running and bike riding, thought I was just developing some nice muscle definition. A series of doctor appointments to my PCP, and then another surgeon who did a myriad of tests and sent it away both locally and to some other hospitals, confirmed what Dr. Good shared with me when I met him in August of 1981. It was rhabdomyosarcoma, and there were two scenarios. I could have a surgery to try to remove that tumor and rebuild the muscle, but the odds that it would probably return were pretty high. So the other choice was to do a right leg amputation above the knee and follow it up with 2 years of chemotherapy. And 43 years later, not bird walking from that path, I've forged the course forward, and 43 years later, I'm here. I had a 35-year teaching career. I travel, and it's been an awesome life. So I'm looking forward to 43 more years ahead. When Dr. Goodman retired, he said that he was going to keep in contact. So he would call me several times a year and just check in, wish me well for the school year. And as I was nearing retirement, he said, when you retire, I'm going to call you. I have an opportunity. So I retired in June, and I'm pretty sure it was July. He called and said, so are you ready? And I said, sure, what are we going to do? And so I got involved with Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma. I am the one that gathers a lot of information from the amazing physicians and researchers that are doing the incredible work that they are able to do with the dollars raised by PCS. And I share all of that information with you through the Your Funds at Work articles. So I hope you're reading them. I hope it motivates you to stay involved. And it's an incredible organization. So if you're out there, or there are people out there on the race course that are thinking about choosing an organization to become involved with, this is the one. So it is a delight to be here, and I'm going to give it back to Dr. Goodman, who started out as my doctor and has grown to be a dear friend. So here you go, Doc.
Thank you, Laura. We have 3 survivor stories that we're going to run for those of you at home. One of them is Laura's story. One is Art McCauley's, and the other is Jamie Rush's. And so we're going to run the 3 videos for you. Hopefully you will be motivated by their individual stories. I know I was. So let's go to the videos.
My name is Laura, and this is my story. My story is one of longevity. I am 41 plus years post-diagnosis. My childhood was normal. I danced, I rode bikes, I played softball, we went on family vacations, we went camping. It was just a typical, awesome childhood. We moved to Bethel Park when I was in 6th grade, and it was the summer after freshman year, so it was 1981, and I just started to notice a pain in my right calf muscle that hadn't really been there before. And one day I was at my aunt's house and I asked her to feel it because I felt something in my leg that was kind of round and hard. And so she felt it and was sort of taken aback, didn't know what it was. She told my parents about it, and we scheduled an appointment with the family doctor. We had a family vacation scheduled coming up, and he said, go on the vacation, it's fine. Came back from that vacation and went back to the family doctor, and nothing had really changed. And so I met Dr. Kelly, and Dr. Kelly admitted me to do a biopsy. So I went to Mercy Hospital, and I was in 10 days, and they did the biopsy and then just a myriad of other tests. He had called them into the office and told them that he suspected that it was a malignant tumor in my right calf muscle called rhabdomyosarcoma. Soft muscle tumors are rare to begin with, and then this was a fraction of a percentage of that. And so he sent me home for a week, and I went to see Dr. Goodman on a Thursday. And so he explained that it was a large tumor, about the size of a softball. And so he said there were two options. We could move the tumor and rebuild that muscle, and that it would probably be back by the time I was 16, and I would probably not survive. Or we could do an above-knee amputation, follow it up with a chemotherapy protocol, and my odds were, a lot better. And I said, yeah. I said, I have a lot of things that I want to do. I want to do the surgery. I want to do the amputation. And I walked through the tunnel from Fall Clinic into Presbyterian Hospital, and we had the surgery the next morning. And Dr. Goodman always laughed, and he said, it was your adolescent angst. He said, you were just on a mission and on a path. And he said, I really, I've lost patients who have hesitated. And he said it was full steam ahead. I had the surgery for the amputation, and about 3.5 weeks later, at the end of September, I did my first chemo treatment. I did my full treatment at Presbyterian Hospital. The staff on Unit 12-3 is where my chemo was, and they were incredible. Those people became family, too. Presbyterian was my home away from home for those 2 years.
Laura is somebody who never used the fact that she had lost her leg as an excuse for anything. As a matter of fact, she made a point to make it not an excuse for anything.
I have done what I wanted to do. I went to Pitt. I got my bachelor's degree in elementary ed, went back to school and got a master's degree. I went back to school again, and I got certified as a national board certified teacher. And I went back to school again and got my elementary school certification. I love teaching. I love everything about it. So I taught school for 34 years. I just retired in June, and I thought, I miss doing stuff with school and kids. So I tutor, and I also work at a local learning center. Dr. Goodman said that was just your whole mindset from the beginning. Let's just do this and keep moving forward.
Can't even begin to tell you the number of kids whose lives she's touched. You can't count it.
So I met Laura 17 years ago. I've really gotten to know her pretty well. She's not going to not do things because she only has one leg. She's very determined not to have this ruin her life.
I actually have a journal that one of my middle school teachers gave to me, and she put an inscription in the front, and she just said, everybody has a story to tell, and the best stories to tell are your stories. I wanted to do my best in stuff, so I think it was just a drive inside. This was something that was unexpected. It's part of my story, but it wasn't the biggest part of my story. It was just part of the story. Dr. is, I call him my hero. There was one time, it was probably 20 years ago, and I said something about coming to see him every year. And he said, "You do realize I stopped needing to see you probably 10 years ago." And he said, "You're just kind of cool to hang out with." And a few years after that, I asked him at that point, if I came to you today with the same exact scenario that I did back in 1981, would the outcome have been different? And he said no. When he retired a few years ago, he continued to call me, and he told me about Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma. And he said, "I really would love for you to get involved." So here I am now. I am excited about PC. I've already met some awesome people, but I've jumped in. So I'm helping with, newsletter articles and things like that. Looking forward to the first race in June to go to. I hope that my story can help PCS in its mission to get people motivated. I want the answer to the question, would it be different today? I want that answer to be yes. It's different today because the research is there. If my story and other people that have gone through it helps turn the last page, then it's all worth it.
Hi, my name's Art McCauley, and I'm a committee member of Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma. I was a healthy guy for a lot of years. You can tell I'm well over 60, so never had any health issues. Knew a lot of people that maybe had health issues, but I was always perfectly fine and thought that would be basically my legacy. 2019, I was sitting at the office, reached up to scratch my back, and there's a golf ball size tumor, or lump I should say, on my back. First I ignored it for a couple days, but then I thought I ought to have it looked at. Didn't biopsy. That was kind of a surprise. Went right to surgery because they thought it was a cyst. Came out of surgery, the doctor said I couldn't get it, and found out I had cancer. You hear the word cancer, and you start to think about your family, your children, your legacy, and others that have had cancer. And I think even though we know, most of us know someone that had cancer or family member, friend, until you hear that word directly and personally, you take on a different perspective. Leiomyosarcoma. Never heard of such a thing. Was a little bit unnerved about the research that I found, but I was fortunate. The team of doctors here in Pittsburgh, Dr. Richard McGowl, basically saved my bacon. He was able to, second surgery, go in, it was close to my spine, and he said it was a little tough, but he got it. Next step was to meet someone to treat me beyond the surgery. I was fortunate enough to meet a woman, Dr. Burgess. We met and suggested radiation, which was, again, something I never thought I'd ever have to do. The radiation and Dr. McGowl probably helped save my life. Just the level of support, the people that are there, how kind and helpful they are, it was just amazing. And then, what I understand, my tissue was donated to the tissue bank at Hillman. And I go in and met with Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma people in person. We had a meeting in one of the conference rooms there at Hillman and talked about sarcomas and the research that was being done. And then I found out how passionate these people are, and the really purpose of the organization is to fund the research. That's when my eyes were open, and I really saw the opportunity that I was given to help others and help people become aware of Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma. The most impactful part of it was I sat next to a couple. This particular couple said they were here because they lost their 11-year-old daughter. When I heard that, it really made me much more committed to the organization and more passionate about what we do. The passion was really epitomized by Dr. Weiss. Kurt Weiss was there, gave us a tour and opened up the big cylinders where they freeze the tissues, and he talked about how these are representative of various patients or people, some of those have passed on. He teared up. I mean, Dr. Weiss teared up. I mean, to see his passion and to be able to contribute in some small way really made me appreciate all the work that's been done by Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma in the past, and hopefully we can contribute more money and develop a treatment for these sarcomas that have impacted so many people. You know, I've been cancer-free since 2020, beginning of 2020. There's kind of a 2-year period when it's more likely it could jump to your lungs. I've been fortunate it has not. I get, like others, I get scans every quarter or every 6 months. Recently, we have a personal friend, a young woman, 30 years old, encountered a lump, and she found out she had sarcoma. And she's afraid. The concern she had really impacted me, and immediately I told her about the organization, and she had surgery. It was successful, and she's now going to be my teammate on the run next year. We're going to put a team together, and she has some great people supporting her, so I think we'll do well. You know, it's been phenomenal. So I feel like Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma, all the people who have gone through the treatments, all the people who endured sarcoma, those that have passed and their remaining family members, and research staff, it's a team. So it's a we organization, and it's clear to me that that organization has a lot of hope for the future, and it's probably one of the best things I've ever been involved in my career. So hopefully we can continue, and there'll be more success stories in the future.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rush, and this is my daughter. I'm Jamie Rush, and this is my story. Jamie was a typical 12-year-old girl, very active, always smiling, and had lots of bumps and bruises. She came home one day and said, "Mom, look at this." In 2015, I found a lump on my knee. We went to an orthopedic oncologist. He did not have the best of news, especially for a young girl and her family. We had received a phone call on a Friday from the orthopedic surgeon that did Jamie's initial surgery, and he basically said, "I don't think we have anything to worry about, but we have an appointment for you set up with another doctor on Monday." It was a very scary weekend. We kind of anticipated what the results were going to be, but tried to stay positive that hopefully that wasn't what was going to happen. And he did test the results as any normal doctor would. It was kind of just the facts. But he said I had myxoid liposarcoma, and that he was going to have another surgery to make sure that all the cancer tissue and everything was out. My parents started crying, so I started crying, and I still don't understand everything that happened. But the thing that scared us the most was the word amputation, when he said that that was a possibility. And I know that scared Jamie when she heard that too. And so we left there with our additional surgery date and went home to tell family. The one thing I did understand was that amputation meant that I probably wouldn't be able to golf, at least for a while, and that was very scary. I started golf when I was 7 years old, so this is my 10th year going into golf, and I started just one day I asked my dad just to go to the driving range. Ever since then, I made the best of friends, and I just have wanted to keep doing it because it gets my stress out. It's fun. It's just everything I love. So after the surgery, Jamie had regular appointments with her doctor where she continued to receive MRI scans on her knee, and mostly the test was because that was where, if it would metastasize, that's where they said it would metastasize to. So And there was always that deep breath and nervousness before the appointment. And then that really big sigh of relief after the appointment when the doctor gave us good news.
And it's all happened in 7th grade.
And it was middle school, so
Yes,
it was
middle school.
already
so
an awkward time.
Awkward time, very nerve-wracking time, and then on top of all of this.
So that cycle continued up and down. And we hope to have our final appointment later this year with her doctor at 5 years.
Now that we're coming up to the 5-year mark, it really feels like everything has gone uphill and it's going to continue to go uphill. Every appointment was just a big relief, and every good report just made it that much better.
It was a celebration?
Yeah, it was a celebration. Getting diagnosed with cancer is very overwhelming, and it's very nice to have people to support you. And the people at the Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma Walk were very supportive, and I just want to continue to support other people that are going through the same thing that I went through.
I remember seeing a flyer in Jamie's doctor's office about the Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma Walk. So after her diagnosis, our family went out that first summer and initially walked. Yeah, we walked together.
For the following 2 years, we walked together, and then last year we made our team to continue the support and bring it out to more people.
Jamie's team name is Rush to Crush Sarcoma.
And after waiting 6 months to get back into the game, I thought I would lose my mojo, but it actually gave me more motivation to keep playing and keep going and get better.
Jamie wears her scar proudly. It's a reminder to us of the conviction that she has to raise awareness and support others who are diagnosed, and also to remember that she's a fighter.
My name is Sherry, and my mother was Mary Ann. She was born on the North Side, and she met my father at Danceland, and they married young, had children young, and she had a nursing career. And then my parents also, they liked to go to casinos and enjoyed life. And then my father died, and my mother had such resilience and determination to be able to make it on her own. She was extremely active. She would travel to casinos with her friend Lenore, and they had a great time. She liked to drink Pinot Grigio. She never missed Mass. She was very religious. She was just really enjoying her life. Labor Day weekend, 2022, she was gardening, and she saw what she thought was a spider bite. And she didn't think anything of it, but this spider bite didn't go away. So she went to her PCP. The PCP didn't think anything of it. Then this spider bite started growing about the size of a golf ball, and she just wasn't feeling very well. And she went to Atlantic City with her friend Lenore. I texted Lenore to see if they were having fun. And Lenore said, well, your mother's really sick, so I want to take her to the emergency room out when we fly in. And so I met them there on that Sunday, and my mother looked terrible. The attending physician had called me, and he said, Sherry, I think we should maybe biopsy that thing on your mother's leg. And it was the day that she was being released from the hospital, and I think it was November 16th, 2022. And I got this call at work from the attending physician, and he said, you know, you're not going to believe this, but it is cancer. And I was like, what kind of cancer? And he said, high-grade pleomorphic sarcoma. It's less than 1% of cancers. And Usually it's children that get this. And so it was even more unusual and rare that, a woman who's 79 would get this. And then she had the surgery that Monday. Plastic surgeon said she came through it better than any 40-year-old. And I had gotten her a red crystal cane for her. And I said, well, I want to see you walk with the red crystal cane. And she said, I'm going to do it. And then the one day I came to visit, and there she was, walking down the hall with the cane. We were scheduled to meet with the radiologist, and I picked her up. She was crying. She said, I have another one. The test came back, and it was not only another one, but she had 2 at the surgical site. So we started the radiation, and so she did a 20-day course, really, really high dose. Her sister had gotten her a pair of red sequin slippers. She would wear those, and then she had a walker, and everybody would call her Dorothy. She was back at the casino. She was drinking Pinot Grigio. So she was just determined, and she was not accepting a diagnosis of death. And then she started getting tired, losing more weight. She had multiple tumors in her lungs. That was really the beginning of the end. And we went to see a medical oncologist, and he gave her 6 to 12 weeks to live. She said, I had 80 good years, and so that's it. I had the best conversations with her during that time that I've had in my life. She always wanted me to lay in bed with her. I got in one day and I was crying. She said, why are you crying? And because I can't do anything to extend your life. I can't do anything. Then she said, get off my arm, it hurts. So we always tried to make a joke. I treasure that time that I had with her, I really do. And she passed away, and I felt so helpless insofar as I just couldn't do anything for her. But then I thought I can share the story with everybody. Everybody needs to be aware. There's just not a lot of research dollars to fund the research in order to kill the monster that is sarcoma. I also created my team for Pittsburgh Cure Sarcoma, is, I think, aptly titled Marianne's Red Slippers. I'm raising funds. I'm also matching, so I challenge anybody who wants to come in with a big donation, because I'll match it buck for buck. And so my mother's legacy is going to live on through this organization. I'm going to do everything I can. So, yep, Mom, I can do something.
come up and get your award right to my left. Okay, so you're right, my left. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. All right. Kurt Weiss, Musculoskeletal Oncology, University of Pittsburgh, Hillman Cancer Center, sarcoma survivor, surgeon, and scientist. And so this is the overall men's. In first place, Christopher Cosent with a time of 17 minutes, 38 seconds. Second place, Chris Bailey. Third place, Lee Marshall. Congratulations to our top 3 men. Okay, and for the overall women, Molly Gorman with a time of 22:43. Great job, Molly. Lacey Thurner in second place, and Olivia Wilton in third place. Congratulations, ladies. Okay. Hey, Missy. Professor Burgess. You're up. So I did those 6. So do you want to just do those or those and those as you wish?
Oh, good Lord. The men under 15?
Yeah.
Just read their names?
Looks like there's men. Where's the women? So you do like men and women under 15?
Okay.
Just work down.
Let's take a picture of our winners first.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Hi, I'm Melissa, medical oncologist at the Hillman Cancer Center. I'm going to read off some of the winners in the men under 15. Oh, top 3. I'm sorry. First place, Julius Mercury. Second place, Chad Goldstein. Third place, Justin Thomas. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to do win under 15. Rachel Sauber, first place. Second place, Avery Seckler. And third place, Finn Hall. I'm going to do men between 15 and 19. First place, Jackson Presso. Second place, Otay. Third place, Spence Hundrew. Okay, and then I'm going to win 15 and 19. First place, Gwendolyn Barkovich. Second place, Cameron Hundrew. Third place, Piper Sanders.
$20, $29, $30, $39. Yeah. Got it. I had radio oncologist at UMC Cancer Center and a recipient of grant funding for cure sarcoma. So I'm happy to announce the top 3 finishers in the men's. Just pick it up. All right. know, women's need a
So we have up the men's 40 to 49 group. First place is Jason Waslowski. Second place is John Richmond. And third place is Matthew Ote. Congratulations.
Hi, Jason, John, or Matt? Hi, John or Matt? Sorry? Congratulations. You guys want a picture? Everybody? Hi. Thank you. Congratulations.
For the women 40 to 49, first place is Natalie Mitchell. Second place is Jen Fay. And third place is Angela Waligora. Congratulations.
I'm Natalie.
All right, we have a medal for you. First place, first place.
I know I need my husband to leave. Hi.
Congratulations. I don't know.
Thank you.
Next up in the men's 50 to 59. First place, Joe Newman. Second place, Pete Wilton. And third place, Richard Demir.
Joe? No, Pete. Rochester colors.
In the women's 50 to 59 group, first place is Jean O'Neill. Second place is Jamie Sharp. And third place is Amy Stepko. Congratulations.
In the men's 60 to 69.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Sorry, I'm Molly Kledzik from West Virginia University. I'm one of the surgical oncologists there. In men's 60 to 69, in first place is Mike Zizid.
Congratulations.
In second place is Randy Rosak. And then third place is Mark McDaniel. In the women's 60 to 69, and first place is Anita Turner. Second place is Gail Dowd. And third place is Colleen Scaranti. In the men, in the men's 70 and up, in first place is Tom Gorka. In second place is Dean Jensen. And in third place is Regis Ferrere.
How are you? Good.
Hey! Yes, Tom Gorka. Congratulations. and 70 and up. In first place is Sue Botsford. And in second place is Linda Bell.
All right. Congratulations to all of the runners. On a day like today, just finishing it is something to be rewarded. But to the ones who set the pace and won, our congratulations. Louder? Okay, eat the mic. Got it. For those of you who were out running while we did the virtual event, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Pittsburgh Cures Sarcoma 2.0. Pittsburgh Cures Sarcoma started in 2011 under the auspices of Sarcoma Foundation of America. And for 8 years, we ran the race that way. Sarcoma Foundation of America collected and gave out the funds. And we came to recognize that the support of this community goes above and beyond what anybody had anticipated. So at that point, we decided that an independent 501c3 based here in Pittsburgh to support the research in the tri-state area would be of great benefit to everybody. So we became independent in November of 2019, got ready for our 2020 race, only to find out that the park closed. COVID hit, and we were left with no place to hold the event. Through some ingenuity, a lot of cooperation, some luck, and a lot of scrambling, we put together our first virtual race based out of the Lemieux Garden at the Hillman Cancer Center. And even though it was virtual, it was reasonably successful. Now that we've come back to the park, we have a much larger event. We have much greater participation. We can do a bounce house. We can do ice cups. We now have a selfie booth. So we've expanded this into a much bigger family event. We welcome dogs on leashes, kids in strollers, kids running around. But the bottom line is we're all here to support sarcoma research. We have seen a great increase in support from the community. 94% of what you give to us goes directly to fund research. We're all volunteer. We pay no salaries. We own no property and have no mortgages. So there is nothing that we need to pay out other than the direct expenses for the event. That allows us to give Dr. Weiss $50,000 a year to fund motor, and that's amounted to $250,000 since the time we've become independent. We've also given out almost $1 million in grants in the past 4 years, and we anticipate being well over $1 million in total with this event. The generosity and support this year has been unexplainable, but incredible. And for those of us on the board, those of us on the committee who have worked on this event, we are most grateful for the support that you have shown. So I want to thank you for what you have contributed to putting an end to sarcoma and to support all of our local researchers, some of whom you've had the opportunity to meet face-to-face today. So on behalf of the board and PCS, thank you. Laura?
Hi, everybody. So I am here to put a face to why it is so important to support PCS and sarcoma research. So my story began a long, long time ago. And I would love and want many more people to have a long journey like me, or not even have to take this journey in the first place, because we have the scientific understanding to diagnose, treat, and let people move on. So my story started when I was 15 years old, and I like to call this year my Troy Polamalu year, because it is 43 years since my diagnosis. I naively, as a 15-year-old, thought that I was developing some nice muscle definition because I was running and bike riding. A series of doctor visits to my PCP and another orthopedic surgeon and a myriad of tests, and those tests being sent to several different hospitals, including right here, obviously in Pittsburgh, diagnosed it as rhabdomyosarcoma. And I found my way to Dr. Mark Goodman, who 43 years ago was my doctor, and it has grown into a friendship. He explained that I had a couple of options. One was to try to remove the tumor and rebuild that muscle, and it probably wasn't going to be super successful. Or do the surgery to remove part of my leg, do follow-up chemo, and 2 years of that, and 43 years later, here I am.
This is your own immune system to kill the sarcoma. Does not have widespread responses in pediatric and adult sarcomas. There are some, but not widespread. So part of what our researchers are doing is to sort of look at the unique mechanisms of immune suppression of why immune therapy is not working, so that we can identify more targets and potential treatment options. There are other mechanisms, such as epigenetic regulators. We also have researchers that are looking at ways to harness radiation to use in combination, to treat our patients with advanced sarcoma. But that's some basic science. We also have translational science and clinical research. We're looking at ways to improve the way we collect biopsies, tissue collection, which is very important to be using for our research, and different ways that we can improve our surgical techniques to optimize our patient outcomes. So this is just some of the things that our doctors are up to in the last year, and we will continue to do this. We appreciate all of your support. I congratulate all of the walkers and runners today. Thank you to everyone that came out today, patients and their families, and we have a lot of our clinical research staff that's here, and our colleagues at West Virginia University, and also at AHN. So we thank you all, and have a good rest of your day.
All right, at this point, we would like to get a photograph of all of the survivors. So those of you who have gone through this and come out the other end, whether you're a week out or 43 years out, please come up and let us celebrate with you the success of your treatment.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, all survivors, once again, all survivors, please make your way to the main stage at this time. Once again, all survivors, please make your way to the main stage at this time. Come one, come all survivors, please report to the main stage.
To get us here. High hopes we had for the future, and our goals inside. We know we don't get to rest. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel.
Alrighty, well, prizes, and prizes. Did I mention prizes? All right, several things. I am about to pull a lot of door prizes, so get your pink tickets out. Get your pink tickets out. Did I mention get your pink tickets out? I want to make sure everybody hears those numbers. In addition, We will be closing down the lines for the basket raffle at 50-50 in about 10 minutes. So we got about 10 minutes in regards to that. Okay, starting off with the first few door prizes that still has not been claimed. Pink ticket. Pink ticket.